Hey everyone, it's John Taylor. How are you today? I'm on my news desk and prop trading desk. Today is Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025. Not much on the economic calendar. Hey, do me a favor, give my video a like and a share, and you can leave comments below. So check this out. So go over the news here real quick. This is what we got. S&P futures are up. It says stock index futures gain as investors recover risk appetite. More on that later. U.S. envoy Wyckoff will meet with Putin today in Moscow. Edmunds compares the new Cadillac Optic with Audi Q4. Wall Street inches up before the opening bell as the cryptos stabilize. 3M stock news, Valero Energy, D.R. Horton, Occidental Petroleum. So got news there. Let's go over the major market overview quick. S&P 5 mini up 20 points, Nasdaq minis up 110 points, Dow futures up 132. Stock markets just opened up like 5 minutes ago. The VIX is at 18, so volatility's better. Dixie is at 99 spot, 345 on the dollar. So the 10-year, got to watch a yield on it. It's at 112-255. Crude oil off at 58.96. Peace in Ukraine, peace in the Middle East. Gold off about $13 at 4,261. Silver bullion doing great at $59. So this is what's being reported on the major stock market indexes. Stock market leaders, Nvidia up about 2%. Google's doing great. Tesla, Apple Computer, Intel, Amazon, United Healthcare, Strategy, MicroStrategy at $171, and Microsoft. Very actively traded. So gold is catching a bid. So is the S&P. Did a nice dollar cost average trade on Bitcoin yesterday. Took a nice 1,000-point profit out of it finally. Yahoo Finance is reporting OpenAI's Altman declares code red as rivals gain. So Nasdaq leads the stocks has regained footing, and U.S. online spending surges during 5-day holiday. Got news there. Michael Dell to pump $6 billion into Trump accounts for newborns. A lot of news here. The Fed has rarely been so divided over its long-term plan. A lot of Fed talk. Tug of war still playing out in the stock market. Amazon cuts seller fees in Europe. So news on Amazon. There's a crypto fund for MicroStrategy. It's off 80%. MicroStrategy stock is up about 6% today. So I've been accumulating some MicroStrategy stock on the dippy dip or strategy. Gas prices fall to $3 a gallon. Peace dividend. Congress has just weeks to tackle healthcare and AI. Of course, there's been news about Venezuela and crude oil and cloud data startup. Valuation surges to $4 billion. Latest founding round. RTX secures $1.6 billion for F-135 engines. Oil holds near 63 as traders focus on Venezuela and Black Sea risk. Wow. Trump strikes renewable from National Renewable Energy Lab. Cohen is casino boss. So I just go over the geopolitics news and then socioeconomic news. And then I formulated, if you stay with me to the end, I give you free alpha. So I go over my trading plan. So software firm Vinci, Spence Hardware raises $36 million. Bank of Japan. So there's a lot of news about the yen carry trade. Considers rate hike in December. So, their interest rates are going up in Japan because of the currency risk. So this is what we have there. We got recently viewed stocks. What are big gainers? United Natural, TMC, metals companies. A lot of stock news here, especially in the crypto space. So we'll look at that here in a moment. So stocks are pumping, Bitcoin's pumping. Did a nice trade yesterday, again on DCA, on Bitcoin. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I'm not a commodity trading advisor. It's informational purposes only, just opinion only. That's it. So make sure you read my risk disclosures, but stay with me to the end. It's worth it. And see, we're taking a look at Bitcoin this morning. Did a DCA. I DCA twice a month on the 1st and 15th. So yesterday I purchased the Bitcoin on the DCA at, let's see the price here. It's pumping nice. Let's see, Bitcoin I bought yesterday on a DCA at 86,210 spot 21, and then sold some this morning at 87.2, and now it's at 88,568. So took a nice profit out of it. And now I set my pivot points, and I'll let Bitcoin come to me at the pivot points. So Bitcoin's finally caught a bid up nicely from approximately about 84,000 up to 88,000. So we've seen a 4,000 point pump. Ethereum pumping this morning. Nice trade on ETH also. I bought ETH yesterday at 27.72. It's now changing wallets at 28.73. So I could take a profit there. I sold some of the Ethereum ETF that I purchased yesterday, over the last couple of days for a nice profit. So Bitcoin pumping, blockchain ETF is up, NVIDIA is up. So all dollar cost average NVIDIA. I do a nice trade with NVIDIA every day. Trade it on the hour, every hour, purchase it, and then at the end of the day, flat out to the share and trade it for a nice profit. And then I hedge it out too on the other side of the market. So I do about a 10-to-1 hedge on NVIDIA. So that's what I have. My trading plan is to take some profit probably today in XRP, ETH, and Bitcoin, and then set my pivot points. And then looking at strategy, let's look at MicroStrategy stock shares. MS, that's Strategy Inc. Come on, guys. I know stay with me. So Strategy's up, pumping this morning at the open, up 5% at 180, pivoted really nicely off 171. So I'm in Strategy. I'm increasing my allocation to the shares. It's 100% sell on the downtrend. So I'm going to do everything opposite, especially when I read the news that there's ETFs. I'll kind of read this news again here on Yahoo Finance and kind of dig into this a little bit to do my own research. So there's an ETF, or several of them, that were, here's a news story. Crypto traders hit as strategy ETF plunges 80%. So it's saying retail investors who piled into Michael Saylor's grand Bitcoin experiment are paying a heavy price. Strategy Inc., the once hailed wrapping crypto exposure into public stock, is scrambling to calm the markets after its shares plunged more than 60%, sweeping digital currency rout. So I do the opposite now. I'm purchasing Strategy shares. On Monday, said it had created 1.6 billion reserve to fund dividend and interest payments, hoping to calm fears that it'd be forced to sell Bitcoin if prices fall further. So there's some investors, companies that produced. But for many investors, the damage is already done. The most popular exchange-traded funds tracking Strategy's volatile stock is MSTX and MSTU, double the daily returns. I don't trade the leverage ever, but I'm just looking at Strategy stock, and man, that puts them among the 10 worst performing funds. So let's look at MSTX this morning. Let's see, MSTX. The Defiance target, it's a 200% long MicroStrategy ETF. It's a leverage product. So it's up huge this morning, at the open, up, let's see, about 11%. So that's a decent trader, but it takes a lot of, the leverage though is concerning, so I don't trade it, but everyone else is selling, so I do the opposite. So I'm in the fund block, BLOK, and that owns MicroStrategy, so I've increased my allocation to it. So Bitcoin is up nice, strategy. Let's look at some of the stock shares that are trading in the blockchain ETF this morning. BKCH, running about 10 minutes today. So the stock shares, you got Coinbase. Coinbase is up nice this morning. Let's see Coinbase shares. Up at the open, up about 3%, doing great. What other companies? Iron Limited. Stock shares are up nicely, I'm sure. Let's see. Iron. Stock's off about 5% on Iron Limited. Let's see here. Bitminer Technologies, the immersion mining stock shares. Up nicely, about 7-8%. I'm in there. So the stock shares that are in the blockchain ETF, they're doing really well this morning. So I'll increase my allocation to the block, BLOK ETF, because it owns MicroStrategy. NVIDIA pumping. So I'll purchase today NVIDIA stock shares every hour on the hour. I even have a timer set. So my first purchase this morning was at 182 spot 28, and it's now 185. So it's pumping, catching a bid. So, and then I traded at the end of the day, take a nice profit out of it on MOC, or market on close. So Robinhood is doing great. I've owned stock shares in Robinhood forever. So I don't run commercials on my channel, but you can always check out the links below, and you can see the book that I recently penned on Amazon Kindle, talking about, and you'll see it's an interesting book, Agentic AI, Mastering Agentic AI, the artificial intelligence from LLM prompts to autonomous systems. So you can check out the link below. You can see it on my channel here and read it for free. So check it out. Tell me what you think. So now more on to my trading plan for today. I'll continue to dollar cost average Bitcoin. Took a huge profit out of it overnight on a DCA that I do twice a month. I'll continue to trade SPY ETF, the dollar cost average it. Back into BKCH, DCA it. Increased my allocation to block, BLOK, dollar cost averaging DCA every hour on the hour with NVIDIA, taking nice profits out of it, and then trading ETH, ETF, ETHE, took a nice profit out of it today. So we're back, as far as the crypto. So is this a short squeeze? And then speaking of that, looking at silver, SLV, I don't like the ETF so much, but the silver market's been doing well. So I'm selling my silver products online on eBay. They're doing great. Then I take those hyperinflated dollars and then purchasing things like NVIDIA and MicroStrategy stock, if it's oversold here technically. So MSTR, MicroStrategy, I'm in there, keep buying the shares, and selling my hyperinflated silver bullion products, and then going in and purchase. Strategy's pumping. It's at 181. I'm in there, I own it, and been accumulating strategy this last week as low as about $160 a share. And now it's trading great up at 181. So is MicroStrategy oversold? Is Peter Schiff right? Is strategy going to default? Possibly, opinion only on their dividend, if ever. And then we'll see. So again, give my video a like and a share. Let's get the word out. I'm looking for subs. Running about 15 minutes today. We're back. The stock market's pumping. We're doing awesome. We'll do a DCA of BKCH, block, cryptocurrency. I'll purchase Bitcoin today, DCA, Ethereum ETF, purchase it, and then the S&P 500 ETF. So we shall see. We got a great plan for today. Stock market's pumping, going parabolic, like it. So with that, everyone, have an awesome, wonderful day. And I always say this, I give thanks for my abundant supply now manifested. I have it now. Thanks, everyone. It's John Taylor. Here's my new New hat that I got from Hallman Motors. You can check that out at the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. They're trying to sell me a new Bentley. So we'll see. So everyone have a super awesome, wonderful, great day. It's John Taylor on his news desk and prop trading desk. Talk to you then. Thanks.